Manunited will play at Croke Park regardless of Leeds' situation. Manchester United are committed to playing a historic pre-season friendly at Croke Park in Dublin this summer, despite doubts over their opponents, Leeds United. Today marks the end of Manchester United's 4-day training camp in the Republic of Ireland. The United in focus was in attendance for training at Carton House in Kildare on Tuesday, as well as the press conference with Ahmad and Brian Bumo. The Red Devils will be returning to Ireland in August for a pre-season friendly, but it remains to be seen if the arranged opponents, Leeds, can fulfil the fixture. United are scheduled to play Leeds on August 12th in a pre-season friendly, which would be a historic encounter given that Croke Park has never hosted two Premier League teams. Leeds will not be able to play the match if they get relegated from the Premier League or win the FA Cup. The EFL season will kick off that weekend, and the Community Shield will be played at Wembley. Croke Park Chief Executive Peter McKenna has now confirmed that he will find a different opponent for United if Leeds can't make it. That is the joy of sport. You never know what the result is going to be, McKenna told BBC Sport. It is very clear Manchester United will be here on 12th. The opposition is Leeds, but there are a couple of concerns. Could Leeds be relegated? I think that is unlikely given their position in the table and some of the clubs below them, who are struggling. But you never know. That is an unpredictability. They could also win the FA Cup final, and that would change things. That is more likely. They are a good team. That could happen. If it does, we will just have to chase different opposition. This is good news for United fans with tickets, or those hoping to secure theirs on Friday morning when they go on general sale. It will mark United's first game in Ireland since 2023, when they drew 1-1 with Athletic Bilbao. Facundo Pellistri scored the only goal that day. United host Leeds at Old Trafford on Monday night. Michael Carrick will be hoping to come away with 3 points to remain third in the Premier League, but a win for the Red Devils would come with an additional blow for Leeds. Leeds are sitting 15th, but they are only 4 points clear of West Ham and the relegation zone. Manchester United will welcome Leeds to Old Trafford to resume club action with a heated game on April 13th. While Michael Carrick's side have been plugging away in Ireland, trying to get sharpness back in the absence of a game for 24 days, Leeds' situation is starkly different. They are into the semi-finals of the FA Cup after a win against West Ham United to continue their renaissance under Daniel Farke. However, Man United will have the opportunity to make them take a step closer to their worst fear becoming a reality, regardless of their FA Cup win. Manunited can push Leeds back into a relegation fight. Leeds' FA Cup progression and good recent results in the league have seen the complexion of their season change completely. From being on the brink of the sack, Farke has revived Leeds and his own fortunes spectacularly. However, so bad was their start to the season that despite their revival, they are still only 4 points clear of the relegation places. 4 teams are separated by 4 points from 15th Leeds to West Ham 18th, so a single result here of there can flip the narrative all over again. The worrying for Leeds is that West Ham in 18th play Wolves at home, who are already doomed, while Spurs in 17th are energised by Roberto De Zerbi. Nottingham Forest are also finding form under Vitor Pereira, so Leeds' game at Old Trafford couldn't have come at a worse time. United can condemn Leeds right back into the relegation fight that Farke's men have spent the last 4 months dragging themselves out of. An FA Cup semi-final berth will hardly be of delight if it comes at the cost of relegation from the Premier League. Leeds will always relish coming to Old Trafford, but they will be looking at the FA Cup and thinking it's a way to elevate their season. They need to keep in the corner of their mind that if they lose at Old Trafford, they will be right back in that mix. Everybody's talking about Spurs, West Ham, Nottingham Forest, but if they don't get a result against Manunited, Leeds will be further into it. It could be a bittersweet end of the season for them. They could end up getting relegated. Not many Man-United fans will be complaining if United become the architects of Leeds' late season relegation collapse, starting at Old Trafford.